Welcome to Swinger University, your horizontal enrichment program. Offering you the naked facts about swinging. Here are your hosts, Ed and Phoebe.
Hi, this is Ed.
And this is Phoebe.
Day 2 of our adventure on the cruise. It's actually the first day of the cruise that we're going to talk about today.
Yes.
Which was Sunday Funday.
Sunday Funday. Woohoo!
We started the day off by having a little breakfast and getting all the bags packed and getting ready to venture onto the boat.
Yes. And it was pretty seamless as long as you followed all the instructions and stayed on top of it. But it was a lot of repetitive checking of information. So
Right.
if you had your boarding pass, your vaccination card, your permission slip, your, legal documents to hand over your firstborn, you're all set.
Yep.
But it was...
And you had to show the same documents multiple times.
I think about 5 different times. It was pretty
about that, yeah.
insane. So I made sure I did a lot of smiling and a lot of yes ma'am and a lot of yes sir because I didn't want to piss off anybody for any reason because I wanted to get on that damn boat.
Gotta get on the boat.
I was just tried to be very pleasing and extremely accommodating because I didn't want any hang-ups. So we get on.
Finally. Whew.
Oh my God, it's so nice. We get on the boat. It's, as you know, actually, I don't know if we've talked about it. It'll hold 5,800 plus or 5,400 plus people.
Right.
We'd heard it holds about 6,000. And this time there's only 4,000 on the ship.
About that,
a lot of
yeah.
it because of COVID and people needing to have their vaccine. So larger boat, same amount of people as in cruises in the past, so it's the crowds are a little more dispersed, and so it's feels obviously more spread out. But they're trying to do a good job of grouping people together in certain areas of the ship.
Yeah,
And
there's like a promenade, basically a main kind of walking mall,
Right.
And that seems to be where
most of the action is. Yeah,
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But when we first got on, we had our stuff. We headed up to the pool, just like most people do. At least that's
Gotta wait
what they
for your
did.
bags to get to the room.
Exactly. And right away, we saw the Sapphic Swingers, and so we were super excited to meet them again. We'd been on a cruise with them before and met them at, I always call it Twist, but it's not Twist.
Trapeze, yeah.
Trapeze. It's the other T.
We weren't on the same cruise as them. We ran into them after we got back from our cruise.
Yeah. Well, she said we were on the same cruise, so Tiff did, and so then I was like, wait, were we? I can't remember 2 years ago. So long ago.
It was a very long time ago.
But they're the nicest, sweetest individuals ever. They are, if you ever have a chance to meet them, they have the most bubbly, positive personalities ever. They light up a room, and they're always this way, ever. Always. Always.
They're like on a
perpetual
11s
high
all the time.
Yeah. They're
super cool.
running into, the people from Disneyland where everything's happy.
And I don't think they can go more than 20 feet before running into somebody they know.
Oh, I know.
Having to say hi.
I know. It was great.
Hilarious.
So we ran into them. We said hello, and that was super cool. And let's see. So
we've become Instagram friends with Torrid Souls,
Yep.
and they're on the boat someplace, but we have not run into them.
I know. We're trying to find them.
4,000 people. We haven't found them yet.
I know. And as far as people go in the boat, there is just about everyone from all age groups, all shapes, all sizes.
Yeah.
It
full
is
spectrum.
The entire, continent or world here on this boat.
Yeah. There's even a French class, some French meet and greets that are going on. So
Oh, that's right.
there's a full international complement. But yeah, everybody from all over the country and from international as well.
Yeah, it's wonderful. So you get everyone here. So you feel welcome from any age group or
Demographic.
nationality. Yeah, demographic. We're all here.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. As far as, let's see, we're going to talk about some of the things on the ship as far as food, as far as bars, entertainment, things like that.
Right.
So let's start with food and finding food.
Yeah. Yeah, food's interesting. The buffet's not quite the full buffet that we've had before, and I think what they've done is this is a different kind of ship than we were on last time. And the restaurants, there's specialty restaurants and then there's other restaurants. So there's we just ate at it today. It's a Mexican restaurant off the back of the boat. And instead of having that food in the buffet, it's in a separate restaurant.
Right.
And so the last buffet we were in, everything was all in one place except for some of the specialty restaurants. And so now the free food that you'd normally find in the buffet is scattered all over the ship.
Right. So it makes it really hard. You'd think it's easier, but it's harder.
Right.
Because then your limit, if you just want to go to the buffet and you're like, screw it, I just want to go there, I want to get everything there, you can't.
Right.
It's the same stuff every day. At least it is 2 days in a row.
Or they change it, and it's just something you didn't want to eat that day, which means that you have to go find the other restaurant.
Now you have to go find the other thing, and then you have to look at the board, and you have to figure out what you're hungry for, and then you got to go find it, and you got to get it's just annoying.
So it's a little complicated. A little more
I'd just
complicated.
rather just go to the buffet and go to the Italian section, or go, to the Mexican. If I'm hungry for Mexican food, I'll just go to that section. You
Right.
can't do that. So it's kind of annoying. Let's see. What else? You can always get room service too.
you can get room
would
service.
be worth it for the breakfast, because breakfast is also very spread out. So there's
But
that.
there is no shortage of bars on the boat.
No.
There are pop-up bars and built-in bars everywhere.
So that is the bonus. You just drink your calories and you're set for the ship. Who
Right.
needs food?
I mean, yeah, why eat? Just drink. It's all good. But yeah, there are literally bars everywhere. You can't go more than 50 feet without hitting a bar.
Yeah. And speaking of drinks, if you actually want water, or
That's a little harder to find. That's a little harder. Even the gym's drinking fountains were turned off.
You can't just walk up and drink out of fountain. You can't just walk up and get your own water. In fact,
Right.
you can't walk up and self-serve yourself anything. You can't self-serve yourself any condiment.
Everybody's
nothing,
behind a rope.
Any waters, drinks, sodas, nothing.
Yeah,
Everything
it's
is
a
served
little challenging.
to you. Yeah, and that helps, I guess, to keep, well, I know why, it keeps things clean and COVID free. The other thing that they've done to maximize their money on drinks is that you now have to purchase.
Yeah, they're like plastic sippy cups. They're non-spill drink cups, and we tried to get a cup from the counter, just normal water glass, and fill it up from the soda. And the guy ran over to us and was like, "No, you have to have a special cup for this."
But only for a special machine in a specific spot on the ship, and I've never seen another machine anywhere else.
I have started to spot those. They're the little red multi-beverage drinks.
But once again, you're trying to look in 20 different
Right.
restaurants in between all the people to hunt down a machine because you have your special sippy cup that you have to carry with you all day long.
Right.
It's just effing annoying. Not a fan.
Yeah, not a big fan of the upsell on a lot of the small stuff.
But the good thing is they didn't cost us in the door for the drink package like they did last time.
That's true.
It's a complete 180.
Yeah, the other cruise that we were on was constant bombardment, like the first 24, 48 hours
I
for
felt like
buying
I
the
was
drink package.
prey in a river full of piranha.
Yeah.
It was horrible. It was the worst experience ever. I've never experienced that anywhere, ever.
Phoebe was a little traumatized by that.
I am. I still am. I still have PTSD from that. It was absolutely horrible. As far as entertainment goes, it's a bit random.
Yeah, it's a little random. We tried to attend a ballroom dance class, but it was a volunteer put on class, and the guy did his best to try and put on a good show.
They didn't
and instruct us, but we didn't wear the right shoes. We didn't realize that there were equipment requirements, and so it was a little hard for us to kind of get going with that.
Right.
And then we spent most of the rest of the evening kind of wandering around to find a music style that we wanted to listen to. Yeah.
And when I say random, I guess I don't know. It doesn't. It's there was set music in certain places, but because of the layout and it's this boardwalk promenade, open air venue, you've got about 10 to 15 storefronts or bars that are playing music and karaoke that's going on, so all that sound is projecting out. Then you've got a band in the upper balcony that's blasting music down, so it's like going to the concerts, at the open
it's kind of
air
like a music
concerts.
festival.
Exactly. So it was really loud. It was overwhelming. It was hard to determine what music was coming where in order to find the right music that you wanted to go and listen to or dance to. And
it was a little Cuban EDM and pop all at the same time.
I did not hear EDM and I did not hear pop. I don't know what I heard. It was just old music is what I heard.
Lots of it, all
and
at the same
old
time.
music. Cuban, I love. And I do like some old music, but this was like not the style of old music that I like. I'm sorry. But anyway, it was, yeah. So hopefully tonight we'll have a little more luck with that. Then most of the evening, that's the boat. Is there anything else you want to talk about the boat other than, the gym. One more thing about the boat.
The gym.
The gym, oh my goodness. So I went to the gym this morning at 10 a.m. because we were up till 2 a.m. hanging out with some
I have
friends,
no idea what we were doing.
which we're going to get into. That was super fun.
Yeah.
And I go to the gym at 10 a.m. and I hadn't had any breakfast yet because I wanted to work out and then have my breakfast, right? So I get in there. Oh my God, it is packed wall to wall. Every square piece of floor space is being used by people stretching or working out. All the bikes are taken, all the everything, taken. And so, and they only had one spin class that they offered at 9:30, which I missed. So I was super bummed about that. So I said to the guy, I walked to the staff and I go, what's a good time to come to the gym? And he goes, well, honestly, I don't know because I've never, ever seen it like this. And his face said it all. I go, you're kidding, right? He goes, no. Last week, there was like 2 people in here the entire cruise. And so he was shocked. And so I think I'm going to have to go there in the afternoon.
So all you swingers, stop trying to be so fit.
But if you're fucking till 2 a.m., you can't work out at 5 a.m. unless you just fuck until 4 a.m. and then
just
take a shower, go to the gym, and then sleep.
Do your cardio and then hit the weights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be the strategy.
We may just have to do that. And a little bonus for this boat, it has a running track that kind of goes around the whole perimeter of the ship. And it's down on a lower level with the lifeboat, which is kind of cool. We'd watched a YouTube video that showed that, and we were like, oh, that's kind of neat. So you get like some open air sea views, lots of views of the lifeboats, which of course is very reassuring to see the escape pods. But one nice bonus was at the stern of the ship, the back of the ship for those non-sailors. They have an aqua theater, and the aqua theater has a stage that they can put up over the pool. And they were doing naked yoga with a view of the ocean, which of course looks right out over the running track. So it wasn't even the first lap, it was the second lap. I looked over away from the ocean to my left, and there were a whole bunch of naked people doing yoga, which was fantastic.
Boobies. And
So my pace slowed a little bit through sections of the track. I don't have an explanation for why I slowed down in certain parts, but there was naked yoga going
That's
on at the
awesome.
same time.
I don't know, maybe I should try it. I always said I wouldn't, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll go outside my comfort zone.
Could be fun.
Stick my ass in somebody else's face.
Let me know when you go so I can go running.
Okay. All right. So last night, we're wandering around trying to find good music. We're with our friends, and our friends are from a different part of the United States. We fondly call them our groupies, but they've become very, very good friends of ours, and we love them dearly. They're like the best people ever. And so it was so fun to meet them in person. We've been FaceTiming them for several weeks prior to the cruise and getting super excited to meet them. And this is really unusual for us because we don't do these types of
Long-term courtship, long-distance
yeah, because
thing.
typically
Yeah.
they don't pan out all the online chit-chat back and forth. It never really, it's just too hard. And we've talked about this. It's too hard to build relationships on Kik or texting. And so, but it did. It stemmed from an email to that,
Right.
to the texting, to FaceTime, and now here we are meeting in person. So, it does happen. And 8 years later, I'll tell you, I mean, that's how long it took for that type of relationship to occur.
Right. And I mean, in the long run, it'll be interesting to see how that, relationship changes because, obviously they live on the other side of the country.
Right.
But, yeah.
I think we'll be
good,
friends
good friends.
for forever. At least I would love to be, but
Yeah.
But that's not to say that this doesn't happen for someone in year one of swinging, and maybe it does.
Right,
It's just taken
maybe.
us 8 years. Now, and I can see how if you go to Desire or some of the other swinger resorts that you can develop long-term friendships there quicker
Right.
because it's a smaller venue. It's 300-400 people, and you have a week to really connect and develop that friendship. And then if you stay in touch, you just come back yearly or twice a year, as
Right.
most people do. So
They're your like vacation family.
exactly, and I can see how that would really work, and that can happen very quickly. So if you I say try it. I mean, we're not the resort kind of people, but I know maybe someday we'll give it a shot. Maybe
We'll see.
we'll see.
We'll see.
I still haven't been sold on it yet, but it does have some advantages. So our friends, we wandered in search of the perfect music, and I was getting tired and losing my steam. It'd been a long day, and our friends were feeding me vodka to try to try and perk me up. Then I had some coffee, and so the combo seemed to help. And then we just decided wandering around is stupid. So Ed's like, you know what? I just have to stop right here. I just have to stop, and I have to ask. And what did you ask?
Your place or ours? Because at some point, everybody starts to turn into pumpkins.
Yes.
And then nothing happens. So,
Yes.
Yeah. We
So we
did
had
end
that
up-
conversation again. Like, where are you at? What are you up for? What do you want to do?
What are you comfortable with?
Exactly. And so we laid it all out on the table, and then we decided to go back to their place.
And a good time was had by all.
Yeah.
It was very fun.
And now why and what was great about their place?
Oh, well, they got the upgraded room. They have the balcony. We have
Poo-pooed that
cheaped out. Cheaped out.
because we're never in our room, and we're like,
Why pay for atmosphere if you're only sleeping, right? My eyes are closed.
yeah,
What do I need to see things for?
right. So, and I'm not really an ocean water person, so I just said, but I am convinced now
And why are you convinced, Phoebe?
because sex on the balcony is fucking hot.
Sex on the balcony is very hot.
But-
And we have proven the balconies, by the way, are waterproof. So if you're a squirter, balconies are perfect. You don't mess up your sheets. and the ocean water just, and the ocean breeze will just take it away.
Whoosh,
Just clean
wash it away. Yes. And sex on a balcony with a strap on is,
It's
pretty.
It was pretty hot.
It's pretty great.
It was pretty hot.
It's pretty great.
And we did hear some neighbors. So if you're listening to this and you were a couple floors above us, and I'm still disoriented with this up-down number thing, so I'm going to totally screw it up. So it'd be a higher number if we're going up higher in the deck. So probably
15, 16.
13th floor?
13?
Maybe?
Yeah, maybe 13.
Yeah, there were a couple floors above us. So someone on
hands on the
floor
railing,
13 on
face
the
hanging over.
port side, we saw you. We know what you were doing. Because we were out there doing it too.
It was so hot. So there was some fun firsts that evening, and it was a really good time. Some fun firsts. Strap on wasn't necessarily a first, but there was some certain firsts with that apparatus, which made it a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, and I think that's what we loved about the first cruise and what we love about the cruise in general, and that is it's an opportunity to kind of get outside your bubble, do things you wouldn't normally do, and the opportunity for firsts is huge. There's just so many things that you can experience on the cruise when there's so many different people. There's a kink room.
Exactly. They provide those opportunities for you to go and view or participate.
And there's seminars. So there's all kinds of educational opportunities on the boat to learn something. So even if you're brand new, like new, like you've only, you haven't caught up to our current episode yet, so you wouldn't hear this. You just started our podcast, like even the newest people, there are classes for those people. There are even classes for non-swingers on the swinger cruise.
Yeah.
That's
pretty nice. It's pretty cool.
There's all kinds of fun stuff to learn and experience on
tonight is SLS's 20th anniversary as a company, as a corporation. So they're celebrating, and tonight is going to be the Mardi Gras theme.
Yes,
so
Mardi Trois, as they say.
That's right, Mardi Trois.
So it's a threesome thing.
Exactly.
Everybody's going to be dressed in beads and embellishment, and we've already heard at least 2 people have 10 pounds of beads, so there's going to be beads everywhere on the boat. I can't imagine how much they paid for their luggage with all the beads. But,
I know.
And the dildos. We have another friend who had an entire suitcase of just sex toys.
Friend, brought 20 pounds of dildos.
It may have just been one really big dildo.
It could have been.
But
there are those that weigh 9 pounds. Someone had one that weighed 9 pounds. Oh my God.
But we'll hope it was multiple dildos, because
so fun.
That's too big.
So we'll go to that, and we'll maybe check out the playroom tonight. We'll see. Last night was early on in the evening. There was no one there. It was kind of cold, but I heard later in the evening it picked up, and it was get there quick because all the beds were full. Yeah.
Hopping.
So. And
which, goes to what our experience was on the last cruise with the Solarium. Just great place to play, and so many opportunities to meet and have sex with random people.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is always fun.
All right, everyone. We're signing off, and we will give you another update tomorrow.
All right.
Before you turn off our podcast to take care of all the vanilla things pulling you away, please reach out and give us a review. I know mashing a star is so much easier, but a review is so much better for sharing your love of what we're doing with others. We would appreciate it. If you want to share a personal story, ask us questions, or share your comments, you can contact us at swingeruniversity@gmail.com. Check us out at swingeruniversity.com, where you can find links to our Twitter and Instagram feeds. Thank you for listening to Swinger University, your horizontal enrichment podcast.